batting cages, and baseball and softball skills training. Birthday packages are just $100 and include 10 general admission seats, a free pass to Funland, autographed baseball, cross-spring bag, and a reserve parking pass. And for an even better celebration, ask about our character pool party package, or plan a birthday outing at River Baseball Town Charities, located on the Parker Road off Route 183 near the Reading Airport.
It's time for our ceremonial first pitches. Each participant will receive a baseball autographed by Northfield's player, thanks to Terrific Baseball Town Charities batting cages and baseball and softball skills training. For our ceremonial first pitches, let's send it down to Huntsville.
Celebrating his birthday, Richard Sanita. As part of Penn State Night, thanks to Penn State Berks, please welcome the Chancellor at Penn State Berks, Dr. George Grant. Representing tonight's sponsor, Essex Plumbing and Heating.
Hello, Reading Fightin' Phils fans. Thanks for joining us. We are back at FirstEnergy Stadium, and it feels so good to have baseball here at our home park in Reading, as Lenny Moore right now comes out, and Lenny Moore Knight to throw out a first pitch here at FirstEnergy Stadium, much to the cheers of the crowd. A true hometown hero. And at 87 years old, he's still up and running, was signing a lot of autographs earlier. He has a bobblehead tonight, and he has been just absolutely one of a kind for Reading. Was a football Hall of Famer, an NFL 100 greatest all-time honoree, and really had an incredible career. Let's throw it down to the field to hear what he's got to say.
Just nice seeing a lot of the folks I haven't seen in years, but let them know that I love you all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Lenny Moore, tonight's hometown hero. Thanks again to Essex Plumbing. Thanks, Lenny, for being here tonight.
Well, certainly a hometown hero in our books, one of the greatest football players of all time to come out of this area, and he had such a true testament to his hometown of Reading for really getting his start. So, with football legends going on, we hope to see some future baseball legends here at FirstEnergy Stadium. It is going to be fantastic 6-game set against the Harrisburg Senators. Now, the team just traveled over to Harrisburg, 3 weeks ago, so they've seen this organization. Lots of the same players will match up again this week, but it'll be nice to be back on the home turf for sure.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of time here in Reading, the longest span that we'll have here. 12 games in 13 days. No, I'm certainly looking forward to it. I know the players definitely have to be excited to be back in their homes, get back into a rhythm, and spend a couple of weeks here playing some good baseball.
Definitely. It's going to be a really good matchup coming off a 4-2 series against what was the top team in the AA Northeast, the Erie Seawolves. And, of course, with that 4-pitcher combination, no under their belts, lots of boosted stats on the offensive side. And the Fightins have looked great with their starters and relievers combined. I think it's going to feel good to come off that victory and face the Senators, whom they've had success with in the past, but really just taking that motivation from really the past month or so. I know something that we kind of note as the turning point was that final game when the team was in Somerset. They won that last game in Somerset, and it really flipped a switch that's changed a lot of things. Now, they were 4-20 in May, and then since then in June they were 15-10, July 3-1, so you can already really see the transition coming back with the switch. But the guys have said, they've just really tried to keep at it, and that is what has really made, the difference for them. It's not as if they've been changing everything, but just sticking to it. Persistence is key, and it's really finally paying off.
Yeah, and I think it's just pretty much everyone on this team. Obviously, there's still changes day in and day out, but majority of the roles have been filled. At the beginning of the season, like every team had, it was a lot of players fighting for positions, fighting for starting roles or spots in the bullpen. It was the pitchers, the hitters, and everyone in between trying to figure out where they were going to fit in on this R-Phils team. And the cream of the crop really rose to the top as they do. So now we have our consistency day in and day out in the lineup. We have 1 through 5 that we're confident in. And you can tell it's just a completely different team. And just going back a couple weeks ago in the Harrisburg series, they won 4 of 6, 3 of them being a game that needed a save. So there weren't any easy wins in that series. So it's those wins more than some of the blowouts that we've seen so far where the offense and the pitching were just clicking that has really brought together this Reading team as to what they are today.
Yeah, they've definitely stayed tough in the face of adversities, throughout, but as you mentioned, kind of game by game, where no matter what the score, they're not out of it yet. We saw a 7-run comeback last time the Fightins were at home, but we've seen them hang tight in some really close games. And as you said, it's really been an entire team contribution all across, the pitching staff and the position players. I think one really big difference, too, is the fielding has looked so good as of well. The Fightins are going to continue with the typical on the field setup that they usually have, and I think that we've seen some Gold Glove efforts out there for sure.
Absolutely, it's been the spectacular plays. We've seen plenty of them here at FirstEnergy Stadium, but it's been a majority of the consistent plays just getting done. They have 22 games this season where they've committed 0 errors, and they're exactly 500 in that span, where with 1 to 2 errors, they're 11-18, and 3 and up, they're 0-3. So obviously, it's not a guaranteed win if you're clean in the error column. It's what you're expected to do defensively, but it gives you a much better chance to get through a game if your pitcher doesn't have to record any extra outs, or if your offense can get back into the dugout and back to the offensive side of the ball quicker. And that's what we've seen when this team has looked as good as it has.
On the mound tonight is going to be Jack Perkins. He's been absolutely exceptional against the Harrisburg Senators, so I think he's going to have a really nice night. 6 scoreless innings, and he had a home run. So I think he's going to have a lot of fun out there, especially now getting to do it at FirstEnergy Stadium. I think it's going to look really nice. On the other side, Cade Cavalli, who was the only future selection for the Washington Nationals in the AA division. So he'll be definitely a hard-fought battle. Only recently called up to AA, so doesn't have as much. Well, has about the same as Jack Perkins AA experience-wise.
I was just going to say, yeah, Jack Perkins called up on the 12th, and Cavalli called up on the 15th, so both of them just kind of getting used to the AA Northeast and the teams that are around it. It's going to be a nice test for Jack Perkins. As you said, he excelled in that 6-inning pitch performance against Harrisburg. Now it's the second time around. We'll see what adjustments are made against him. As Cade Cavalli, on the other hand, the Arphils have not seen him yet. So we will see what is all the hype about. The first round 2020 pick, the 22nd overall in that draft last year. And what they were talking about in the scouting is that he was potentially going to be an arm for the Nationals if they had a playoff run. Unfortunately, I should say, their season ended rather than the 60-game span, knowing that they wouldn't make the playoffs, but he could have been somebody that they called up without any minor league experience, like we saw a couple of the other teams that made a playoff push do in the 2020 weird season. So he is a very exciting prospect for them, but we'll see what this red-hot Arphils offense can do against them.
And the designated hitter being not used in this series, so the pitchers will bat on either side. Obviously, Jack Perkins with a home run and a triple under his belt, and then Cavalli has had 2 at-bats, but he hasn't recorded anything across yet, so we'll see how that kind of affects the teams, because Jack Perkins is not an automatic out when he comes up. He's a pretty hefty bat, and so I think, although he's batting 9th, he's not kind of one of those pitchers that you really just easily write off. So I think having that for the Fightin' Phils is a huge advantage, and we'll see how that affects them this time around. Everything has wrapped up here. All the pitchers are done warming up, so I'm not exactly sure what is holding things up a little bit at the ballpark. The meeting at the plate has been wrapped up, and now Perkins is going to head out with his battery mate, Rodolfo Duran, on the mound, and then Fightin' Phils coming out, the rest of them taking the field, everybody taking the line. And we'll throw things down to the field for the playing of our national anthem here at FirstEnergy Stadium, just a few minutes away from first pitch.
And now please welcome the 4th runner-up for Pennsylvania Senior America 2019, Faye Parker, who will perform our national anthem. Victor. The pregame fireworks are compliments of International Fireworks.
Wonderful rendition of the national anthem as we're set to get underway here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Game number 1 of the 6 games set here against the Harrisburg Senators. Jack Perkins out warming on the mound for the Fightin' Phils right now. And down on the field, a young fan shouting play ball as we get ready to start this game. Out in the field, backing up Perkins left, right in the outfield, Stephen Landon and Bonifacio. And the same infield will remain for the Fightins. That has been very successful for them. McCarthy Tatum over at third. He's been looking absolutely stellar there, and Madison Stokes staying at first base. And, of course, the middle infield being Bryson Stott and Daniel Brito. Rodolfo Duran getting the start tonight behind the plate. Perkins comes in with a 4.05 ERA, 1-0 in his record. He has thrown 20 innings of work. All of his starts have been, pretty decent in length, which is nice. 4 innings plus since he's got here to Double-A. And if he can get, 6 innings would be stellar out of him today. Starting with, the start of a 6-game set, you don't really want to use, a ton of bullpen guys at the beginning, but we'll see how that goes for Perkins. But, as we talked about earlier in the pregame show, he's been fantastic against these Senators.
Yeah, you're right. The length has been good. He has 2 appearances with 4 innings, 2 appearances with 6 since being called up. 6 is obviously that upper echelon for this team. If they can get to 6 innings pitch, they are ecstatic, because then they could just use the heavy hitters coming from the bullpen. So we'll see what comes from Perkins. He was kind of working without his changeup, which is usually his better strikeout pitch in the last game. He only had 3 strikeouts, 2 on a fastball, 1 on a curveball. So that's what I'm going to look for early to see if he has all 3 of his pitches coming into this game.
And he'll bat things off against Cole Freeman, and Jake Lou, Aldrum Corridor, and KJ Harrison. Here's the first offering coming in, a called strike at 7:07 p.m. 2 minutes shy, I should say, 90 degrees here in Reading as Perkins misses outside. And just a very slight breeze going across the ballpark. Right now it's going out from center field. And so we'll see how that affects anything as of today. 8 miles per hour. And pretty, solid hitters park in Harrisburg. They've got 325 out to left and right here, 330 for the Fightins. So we'll see if that plays a role at all today. Freeman fouls 1 back, and the count moves to 2-2.
We talk about Perkins figuring out from the opposite end that it's a friendly pitcher's park, as he hit one to opposite field that just snuck over the wall for his only home run of the season.
And once again, Freeman bats one up into the netting in the plaza, and count remains 2-2. Lots of roster moves going on for Harrisburg all the time. I know they've had some injuries with their AAA Rochester and their Major League club, the National, so there's been lots of guys being promoted and shifting all around throughout their farm system, and I think that's been really tough for them to try to, connect and play well as a team with, a roster move a day, which is something that the Fightins were struggling with in the beginning, but things have really settled down at the big club. This one a pop up to Stokes. He'll make the catch in the infield, and it's the first out of the ball game.
Yeah, it's been a very injury-ridden season for the Nationals especially. This is a team, the Nationals system, that has a lot of pitching coming up, and right now, unfortunately, they need a lot more position help. On their top 30 list, 18 of them are pitchers. So trying to see a lot of moving up and down is really tough to do when, as the player, never knowing where your next game is going to be or where you're going to be living that week, but especially for an organization as well, all together as a cohesive unit.
Alou bats one foul, and he's 0-1. Here's kind of the thing, too, is that their farm system is so young for the Nationals. They have a lot of really great prospects in high A, and you're not going to get a guy really from high A to the majors. This one sent deep to right field, tracking back Bonifacio, and a step or two in front of the warning track. He makes the grab. That ball really hung up there.
you could tell just by the sound of it, because from the look of it, it looked like that one was going to be making it a 1-0 game early. He just got it off the end. He might have broken his bat on that swing, and just because of that, it dies out there in the outfield, even though, like you were saying, it is blowing out to center field. So I was expecting that one to keep going, but Bonifacio with the benefit of the end of the bat swing there.
Aldrim Corridor takes the first pitch strike. Great frame there by Duran behind the plate. And infield, of course, shifting over for the lefty bat. McCarthy Tatum steps into that shortstop position, and Corridor right into the shift. Madison Stokes will make the grab unassisted, and a quick 3-up, 3-down inning for Perkins here in the top of the first.
The Reading Fightin-filled birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support. Well, we're going into the bottom of the first with a clean top half for Jack Perkins and the Fightin' Phils. A pretty great way to start things out. And so Daniel Brito is going to start us off in this half like he always does. It'll go Stott, Bonifacio, and Stokes. Then Stevens has really knocked himself safely into that number 5 spot. He has been stellar since the past 2 series, really ticking it up. And has really improved in his batting average. McCarthy Tatum, Rodolfo Duran, and Logan Landon rounding out the 6, 7, 8 spot. And of course, Jack Perkins sliding into that number 9 spot.
Hey, right, it's going to make game number 11 for Steven in that 5 spot. And from what became a 1 through 4 that we could reliably see every day unless it was just a rest day for somebody, now it's become 1 through 5. And Steven gives a nice amount of balance there so that 3 of the first 5 batters come from the left side and offer something for the ballpark. For one, there's a lot more success you see pulling the ball as a lefty with that short right field, and just seeing a lot of right-handed pitchers. This is a team, especially at home, that has seen mostly starting right-handers. They're 17-20 in those 37 games where a righty takes the start. So we'll see how the strategy works today.
Daniel Brito stepping into that lefty batter's box as Cavalli takes his final warm-up throws out in left field. Aldrim Corridor, Cole Freeman remains in center. Now those are 2 that we've seen before. Gage Canning is going to start off, and right, he's new to the roster. Alou over at third, Lara at short, 2 new guys, Duarte and Harrison rounding out the infield. Those are familiar faces, and Alex Dunlap is behind the plate. With Jackson Reitz promoted up just today to Rochester, Alex Dunlap becomes the new go-to catcher. Brito takes one upstairs, and it is 2-0. Alan Barrios was transferred up from their high A to be the backup catcher here in Harrisburg, or I should say in Reading, since he joined the team on the road. Brito taking 3 straight balls outside, holding up his own against Cavalli. Now, Cavalli spent most of the season so far in High A Wilmington, which is actually a new High A affiliate for the Nationals. Brito's going to walk on 4 pitches, and he'll start the night with a runner on first here for Bryson Stott. The High A Wilmington Blue Rocks used to be a Royals affiliate, but now with all the jumbling of the affiliates, it is going to be the AA now of the Senators. Something happening on the mound here as a towel was brought out by the home plate umpire to Cavalli on the mound. I've never seen that before. I guess they can't have the coach bring it out because then it would be a mound visit, but the umpires can.
The first thing that came to my head is now with the new rules against rosin and sunscreen or something, maybe he actually was complaining that he had slippery, whether it was sweat or water from in between innings. I'm as confused as you are.
Well, nevertheless, he's fine on the mound. Grabs the rosin bag and sends a ball out to Bryson Stott.
5 balls in a row, all on fastballs, struggling to find the command early.
He's 0-1 in Double-A, and it is a 3.78 ERA. I actually just got information from our clubhouse manager, Nick, who was telling me that they can't have rosin on their non-throwing hand anymore, so he must have had that on his glove. Thank you, Nick, for providing some insight. So he must have had it on his glove and then obviously didn't want to get in trouble with his check later, so asked to wipe it off. And I guess that can get pretty complicated. Just another thing for the guys to worry about on accident. Stott chases a fastball upstairs. It says 98 on the gun now. He has a fastball ranging in the 90s. He tops out at 99. So interesting to see him hit that so early on. Some guys have trouble out of the gate controlling their velocity and not letting too much energy expense early on. And so we'll see if the velocity diminishes, of course, with Cavalli. And he sends a fastball upstairs. It hits 99. I'll have to go out there and check later if that's accurate. But
if not, it must be close. Yeah,
it's probably close with knowing how he can throw.
Yeah.
But just a little bit different with his professional inexperience almost. Because, you know, this is his, as you mentioned earlier, this is his first professional season. And although he's seen a lot of success, you know, he's only now transitioning to a full-time pitcher. He's actually a two-way player in college, so I imagine there's probably a lot to learn on that end.
And that's a part of why he has such a high ceiling and he is the #1 prospect in their organization is he just transitioned to full-time pitcher, like you said, his sophomore year of college, and he's already showing this much promise.
Here's the payoff pitch to Stott. He chases one in the dirt, and he strikes out swinging. So I'll head back to the dugout. Out number 1 for the Fightin' Phils. Here's Jorge Bonifacio with a runner on first.
And a part of the reason why he has such high velocity, obviously the size, using all of his stature, but he comes incredibly over the top with the ball and gets what's called an effective spin on it, where it just comes straight down and doesn't lose a lot of break when he uses the high fastball. With such a high velocity and such a high spin rate, it just naturally stays at that eye level.
And I feel like, too, just being able to see it in person, too, his arm speed coming around the top, even when he threw over to first there at Brito, very quick and tough to watch that slot every single time if you're the batter. Comes home to Bonifacio. Now it's in the dirt, and it's 1-0.
And you're 100% right. The whip motion of his arm, alongside having such a velocity that you have to have in the back of your mind no matter what pitch is coming. He has 3 pitches that he plays off of it, a changeup, a slider, and a curveball. The curveball, a lot more break, obviously, but that slider, he threw it earlier for his first strike of the game. That one came up as 91 miles an hour.
Now he sets up kicks to Bonifacio again in the dirt. Dunlap working to keep these in front of him right now. Obviously tough there to block, and you know, if he doesn't, Brito's going to get himself into scoring position easily. With it moving a little bit into overcast right now, well, I'll finish my saying earlier is it seems like they need the towel again here for Cavalli. I'm just a little bit, I'm not confused because now we know what's going on, but it's like the umpire is wiping his arm down. So who's seeing that he's saying he has the rosin on his arm so that way he doesn't get in trouble coming out of the game, I guess. But now the umpire, the home plate umpire tonight, Kyle Nickel over at first, Ben Rosin, and then Michael Snover over at third today are helping him out there, and they just told something to manager Trip Keister. I guess, you know, how many times are they going to be able to do that during the game? I don't know, because it's technically not a mound visit. The 2-0, though, down low, and it's 3-0. And what I was saying before is it's gotten a little bit overcast here at the park. It was hot and sunny all day. Still hot, let me tell you, but the lights have come on here at the ballpark now with the sun really behind the clouds. There's kind of a glare. Daniel Brito on first. Here's the 3-0, and Bonifacio walks on first 4 straight balls, and so Brito shifting into second in scoring position now. 2 runners on and just 1 out here for Madison Stokes. And now Alex Dunlap is going to go out to talk to Cavalli, and he will grab the rosin bag yet again.
Definitely interesting to see. He now has 2 walks to start, obviously. That's a pretty tough pace. I don't presume it would go along that route, but if it did, that would be something to note because he's only had a high of 4 walks on the season. And that happened twice, and it was the first 2 games since he'd been called up. Before, when he was in high A, he only had 3 walks once in a game, 2 4 times in a game. And as soon as he comes to Double A, he has a little bit of a more difficult time controlling the zone, maybe trying to work around the more talented hitters. And we'll see if that mound visit and a couple of towel rubdowns are able to get him put together.
Well, his first offering comes in low and in the dirt to Stokes. 1-0. The Fightins have a big chance to score here early just with 1 out and 2 on. The wind kind of shifting left to right now, which doesn't quite benefit Stokes, but he has crushed the ball before. This one to the shortstop. They're going to go for 2. 6-4, but Stokes able to run it out at first. He's had some serious hustle on the base pass, and he gets out of a double play situation, which would have ended the inning. And instead, the Fightins have runners on the corners and Josh Steven right now. So that'll go down as a fielder's choice that allows Stokes to reach.
And I'm surprised there was a slow roller in the 5-6 hole, not hard enough or quick enough to get through the infield. Having to range over is Laro to make the play. He may have had a play on Brito at third because his momentum was taking him that way. Instead, plants his feet and gets the out at second base, and now there's runners on the corner.
Steven takes a strike down at the knees. 98 on the gun again for Cavalli here. Chases it. I don't think he makes contact there as it gets past Dunlap. So he must have. Otherwise, there would have been some hustle for the baseball. 0-2 now as the Fightins are down to their final strike here in the bottom of the first. We're still scoreless here in Reading, but the Fightins threatening with runners on the corners and 2 outs now. And Reading has made a lot happen with 2 outs. So it's definitely possible here. Steven definitely makes contact with that, fouling it into his right foot. He's limping away, just trying to calm down there for a second. Batting .385 is Josh Steven with runners in scoring position and 2 outs.
It's a great number, but it's going to be a lot more difficult for him now. Fouled that one directly off his right foot, it looks like, and taking a long stroll before digging back in the box.
Here's the 0-2. It's upstairs. Good hold.
So
a little bit of it. Oh, go ahead.
My mistake. I was just going to say the first we've seen the curveball today. Tried painting it on the outside corner. Really good pitch, but just missed.
And the infield shifting a little bit now to Steven with 2 strikes. Lara almost behind second. He's got a gap poking it the other way. Here's the 0-2 again upstairs. And he makes it 2-2 now. Stokes on first, Brito on third. And there's 2 outs now in the bottom of the first. Cavalli looking down at Dunlap. Stands 6'4" on the mound. Here's the 2-2. Steven pokes it into left field, coming in. Corridor on the run. Is it going to drop in a weird place? And did he lose the ball? He did, as there is a Did he? No. He held on to the ball, but there was a collision in left field. Laura and Lou tripped over each other. It ended up being Laura who made the play, but don't see that too often with a commotion out in left field. But the Senators get the job done here over the Fightin Phils. They strand 2 on the base pass, and it's 0-0 heading into the second.
Gear up for the Fightin Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the EXP Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. EXP Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. EXP Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
All right, well, here we go into the second, and there's been some commotion going on right now. Sean Williams talking to Kyle Nickel, and I'm not positive what is going on here in the game. Been an interesting one, but now we have a guest on the air. It's Steve Essig, and I thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a lot going on today. You're the sponsor of Lenny Moore's bobblehead coming out here, and I've seen great feedback, so and it's a really nice bobblehead.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
It's a great promotion. It's good to be part of Lenny's big night here.
As the first batter, KJ Harrison, sends one into center field. It's caught by Landon for an easy first out. So there we go into the second batter, Gage Canning. So you guys actually were founded in Reading a long time ago, right?
Yes, 1938. So it's about 80-some years. We've been in Berks County. It was my grandfather. He was Paul. And then my father came along, and then my 3 brothers, and my wife and I right now run the company.
Wow, that's really exciting. So you guys have like a serious, rich history in Reading.
Lots of history. Started in the Ole Valley, came into the city of Reading, and like I said, we've been serving Reading for some over 80 years.
So you're kind of well seasoned with how the weather works out here with the local community. You probably have like customers that have been with you for a really long time.
Yeah, there's been some customers who's with us probably 50, 60 years, and then their children are with us, and so yes, a lot of great customer base here in Berks County, and they're very loyal to us. And we appreciate
well, when you
that.
find a place that you can trust, it's nice to, send it down to your kids. I'm lucky with my parents there as Canning shoots one up between second and third, and out into left field it goes, so we'll have a base runner on. It's always nice when you find a place that you can trust, then you can, get that recommendation. I think a lot of people value the word of mouth so much.
Oh yeah, there's just, well, today with social media too, you have a lot of people talking about you on social media. People, it's different than just passing it down the neighborhood anymore, but
that's a good point. That's true. So you guys have a bunch of different services, right? You've got the plumbing, the heating, and the HVAC that you do?
Yep. Plumbing includes drain work. We do mostly residential. We do some light commercial work as well. And HVAC. So this time of year is the air conditioning season with the 90-degree day today. The phones are ringing a lot to help people take care of their air conditioning systems.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine not having having air conditioning issues today. So that's, especially today, 90, tomorrow's supposed to be 93. I bet you get so many calls.
Yeah, what's really interesting about air conditioning is when I came into the business, most people in Berks County didn't have air conditioning yet. And so, we just made it through without air conditioning. And today, if people don't have their air conditioning for 2 hours, they think it's an emergency and they're calling up and they want us there right away. So it's quite a difference today how people want their comfort.
I think it's an emergency.
Yeah, it is.
I have to say.
I agree.
Have to say.
But you're sitting here and you don't have air conditioning in this room.
I'm spoiled.
Well, a little bit.
We have an in-house unit, but I'm spoiled. Yeah, I can't imagine. But so that's great. So you guys are kind of like a well-rounded company, so that people need you for a couple different things you can service. Kind of all over the house.
That's right. So most homeowners need a plumber, and so we're very we're there for a lot of Berks County homes. We service a lot of different communities in Berks County, and we just appreciate all our customers and how they have been there loyal to us all these years.
Alex Dunlap strikes out swinging, and that's out number 2. So what do you think is more? What's a more common issue? People have heating issues or air conditioning issues?
Well, it's because Berks County sits here in the Mid-Atlantic. We're very seasonal.
Good, well-rounded business.
Yeah. So there's about 6 months of heating season and 6 months of air conditioning season.
Okay. All right. That actually makes a lot of sense.
And most people have central air, and they have a central heating system, and so they have both, and so they need us to service both systems.
So is it nice then, with the start of air conditioning coming about, is important that you guys install that and then you are able to service what you've installed?
Absolutely. Yep.
So you can be like more of a one-stop shop.
Absolutely. We could take care of, not only do we take care of air conditioning, we take care of the plumbing concerns in the house. Water heaters, tankless water heater is a big appliance today.
And out goes Osvaldo Duarte on strike. So the Senators will strand a base runner. Nobody scores in the top of the second. You guys have some job openings, don't you? I imagine with all the air conditioning needs, you've got some positions people can apply for?
Yes, we are hiring. We could use about 6 to 8 different technicians at this moment.
Okay.
The demand is really strong right now.
Okay.
And so people are getting work done in their homes, and so it's hard to find.
Oh, yeah, with everybody working from home.
That's right.
Even think about that.
That's the thing. When people start working from home, their plumbing starts failing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can help with that. So if you're sitting at home listening, you work from home, and you're struggling with your air conditioning here on a busy day, or you need some plumbing help, you can contact Essing Heating and Plumbing, and they will help all of your needs. Steve, specifically, you can contact here. They have tables in the plaza if you're listening from our game here at the ballpark. And what's the best way for people to contact your company? Online or
Probably go to our website and just contact us. You can schedule a call online.
Okay.
You can call, and there's always someone answering the phone and scheduling 24 hours a day.
24 hours?
Yep.
All right, well, that'll work out. Well, thanks so much for joining me on the air today, and we'll see you again, definitely at the
Emily,
ballpark
thank
this
you very
summer.
much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones. Plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out.
Well, into the bottom of the second we go after a nice outing by Perkins, just allowed one hit, and then he retired the rest of the Senators. Back to the Fightin Phil's at bat. We'll start it off with McCarthy, Tatum, Cavalli outside once again. Tatum, a slow chopper off the bat. He's got chance to reach this. Alou all the way across the diamond, and he gets it. And he charged that ball, made the bare-handed grab, and threw across the diamond for out number 1. Pretty impressive play by the third baseman Alou to make the out. And so with 1 away, here's Rodolfo Duran. Duran takes the pitch outside. It's 1-0. Duran bending down in the righty batter's box. Cavalli kicks over his head and fires home way inside. He holds off 2-0. With all these balls, the Fightins have yet to record a hit then. 2 walks and a fielder's choice on their hands. Cavalli sends one down in the dirt. 3 straight balls here to the catcher. And this one a called strike at the letters of the jersey. Cavalli went to the University of Oklahoma. Actually played with Spencer Torkelson, who we saw in last series. This one a high fly ball out of Duran. Tracking back is Canning, and he makes the grab easily. Out number 2.
The center fielder number 38,
heading it to the batter's box. So I think Tyler and I were talking about before he was a two-way player and early in college, but about sophomore year he shifted to a full-time starter. And that's really when he kind of turned on the guns. He became a 2-year Friday night starter, which is the top tier position for college players. Usually they'll do Thursday, Friday, and then doubleheader on Saturday. Is often how it's run there, or if they just start with Friday night. Either way, Friday night is considered to be the top starting position for college baseball. So he was that for 2 years. His dad actually played baseball at OU as well in 1990 and spent some time in the Angels farm system as a catcher. So they've got some history in minor league baseball as Cavalli sends one in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and now to Landon. Landon playing out in center field today. We've seen him in left as well. And he chases a fastball upstairs, so that'll do it for Cavalli. A 3-up, 3-down spot here in the second, and the score remains 0.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at FirstEnergy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
shortstop for the Senators, number 2, Gilbert Lara.
Well, after a 1-2-3 inning from Cavalli, the Fightins are back on the field. Jack Perkins on the mound here as we enter the top of the third. And it's the first time we're receiving Gilbert Lara up at the plate. And he'll take a ball outside from Perkins. 33 pitches from Cavalli, 26 from Perkins, right up the middle. Brito, an easy throw over to first, and that'll do it, 1 away. Now Cavalli up at the plate.
The pitcher, number 20, Kate Cavalli.
And we'll see how he fares against his matchup. Counterpart here at the dish. Now, we've said before, 2 at-bats, no hits for Cavalli as of yet. The sky kind of turning a weird color here. I feel like it's sepia toned, if you guys know what I mean. Sun is trying to peek through this overcast way. Doesn't seem like we'll get hit with any rain. I know people have been struggling on the East Coast with it the entire last week, and with I think they downgraded it to a tropical storm Elsa, but I don't think we'll get any of that today. As a called strike coming into Cavalli, he's 1-2. And tomorrow, with a day game beginning at noon, should be fine there as well. And here's the 1-2 right up the middle. Brito once again on it, fumbles it a little bit, but calms down, makes the play, and 2 straight outs there for Perkins as we head back to the top of the order.
The center fielder, number 28, Cole Freeman.
Here's Cole Freeman. He popped up in his first at-bat. And it's getting a little bit sunny here in Reading after the clouds. I think it's burning through. Interesting when it gets sunnier later rather than darker later. But the sun sets at 8:45. Usually a hard hit ball. It'll get through the gap between Stott and Tatum. And that's a base hit for Freeman here with 2 outs. And they have a runner on now for Jake Alou.
Number 5, Jake Alou.
Alou, the lefty, will get the shift for the Fightins as always. And we did see earlier a couple guys bat right into that shift, so we'll see how it plays out. The first offering from Perkins is a called strike. Perkins coming home again, a swing and a miss from Alou, and he's down 0-2. He's looking over at the runner on first, has to turn his entire back just to check it out. And here's the 0-2. Perkins trying to get out of this inning and strand a base runner. A slow rolling foul ball off the bat will keep Alou alive. And that ball is presented by the Pennsylvania Insurance Fraud Prevention Authority. Only weasels commit insurance fraud. Visit don'tbeaweasel.com today. Runner on first, 2 outs here. The starter Perkins looking for the third out in this top of the third. It looks like he'll get it. He sent it sky high. Now Tatum's going to have to beat the shift if he wants to get to it. And it doesn't quite matter because it blows all the way over into the seats. And so we'll do it again, still with 2 strikes here to Alou. And again, the 0-2 offering. He gets him to chase on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs. Duran clapping off Perkins as he heads back into the dugout, and the score will remain tied at 0 heading into the bottom half.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Sons. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Matanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Now Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Jack Perkins.
Jack Perkins heads up to bat to lead off the bottom of the third inning. We are scoreless, and that is in due part because of Jack Perkins himself has shut down the Senators just to 2 hits right now. The Fightin' Phils still looking for their first hit. Perkins will take a called strike to start things off. Sets up in the righty batter's box, and he'll take Cavalli to center field. Coming in, Freeman, and he's there to make the catch. 1 out now. After having a little bit of a stressful first, Cavalli has now retired 5 straight batters for the Fightin' Phils. Wind slowing down just a little bit here at the ballpark. Cavalli puts his glove over his head, then brings it all the way back and sends the pitch home to Daniel Brito. It's down low. Brito walked on 4 pitches to start off this game and still has not seen a strike from the starter as of yet. Cavalli deals on the third base side of the rubber, and it is low, 2-0. Well, the Nationals have been really known for developing great pitchers throughout their season. Obviously, you know, with Scherzer as one of the most elite pitchers. Brito takes the ball upstairs. It's 3-0. They're really hoping to develop something with Cavalli. Obviously, you know, as Tyler said earlier, he's got such a high ceiling because he hasn't really pitched exclusively for a long time. Brito takes a called strike, got the jersey lettering, and it's 3-1. The Fightin' Phils in their Throwback Tuesday royal blue uniforms, white sleeves, and the R-Train caps, of course, with the home white pants. And the Senators in their road gray jerseys and red caps. Brito takes a called strike on the outside, and Cavalli has worked his way back from a 3-0 count now to a full one. Fightin's looking for their first hit right now. Would love to make it happen here with Daniel Brito, who has been the team's most consistent player. Actually received the award for AA position player of the AA Northeast position player of the week, which was, you know, a well-earned award for Daniel Brito, super deserved. And then he'll take a ball upstairs, so that'll be a walk 2 times in a row for Brito. And the Fightins will have a base runner now for Bryson Stott. As of June 30th, Cavalli led all of minor league baseball with 88 strikeouts this season, 4th in ERA, 177 at that time, and a 9th in opposing average, 1 71, but since moving up to AA has struggled a little bit here in his first professional season. Obviously, just such a huge jump between high A and AA. That's really what separates out the good players from the great players. As Bryson Stott bats this ball into right center field, running it down is Gage Canning, and that'll be out number 2 as Brito forced to stay at first. And a big pickup there for Canning to be able to charge over and make the play. With 2 outs now, here's Jorge Bonifacio. Interestingly enough, the start that got him promoted to AA was against the Phillies High A minor league system, the Jersey Shore Blue Claws, where he pitched 7 no-hit innings and struck out 15 batters there to get the High A East pitcher of the week, and that really is what signified his promotion in stone up to Harrisburg on June 15th. Cavalli checks on Brito at first, and he's going to do it again as Bonifacio still standing in the righty batter's box without a pitch. And here's the offering. It gets away from Alex Dunlap. Charging to second is Brito. He'll get there safely in what I can only imagine is a wild pitch, and it is recorded that way. So the Fightins with a runner in scoring position here, and Jorge Bonifacio has only seen 1 pitch right now, 1-0 the count here. Bonifacio recorded a couple home runs on the road and still leads the team with 35 RBIs. We thank Joanna Arias at North Point Bank for providing us with the information for the Fightin' Phil's team leaders. Bonifacio leading with 11 home runs and 35 RBIs, and Daniel Brito with batting average 308. Brito also leading in doubles with 13 and triples with 4, and of course total hits with 61. Bonifacio takes a strike, and it's 1-1. On the pitching side, Kyle Doey leads in ERA with a .77, and 58 strikeouts goes to Francisco Morales. Also has a team high innings pitched, 35. And Bonifacio will drop this one in left field right in front of Corridor. Brito charging home. Here's the throw. It's cut off, and it doesn't get the job done even for Bonifacio, as he has a double into second that scores a run, a team high 36 RBIs, and the Fightins will take a 1-0 lead off the bat of Bonifacio. And so it is going to be recorded as a single with the runner going to second on the throw there for Bonifacio, but either way he scores a run, and the Fightins take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Been very competitive pitcher-wise, and on the first hit the Fightin' Phils see here in the game, it's the first run that they score. And now here's Madison Stokes, same position, a runner on second with 2 outs, and he fouls off the first pitch he sees, 0-1. So thanks to Joanna Arias there for providing our team leaders. You can visit Joanna Arias at North Point Bank, conveniently located in Wyomissing. Those are our Fan Zone team leaders. Cavalli here looks back at the runner Bonifacio. Now he'll come home outside to Stokes. This one blocked by Dunlap, and it's 1-1. No one really holding Bonifacio on at all. Duarte back behind second, but a few steps over. Bonifacio not taking too big of a lead. Stokes checks his swing, doesn't go around, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike here. 2 outs here, the Fightins with a 1-0 lead. Bonifacio on second. Looking back is Cavalli. Now he'll go home with the 2-1, hold off on a pitch in the dirt, and it's 3-1. Lots of fans here in the ballpark on a Tuesday night, 90 degrees out, supporting hometown hero Lenny Moore and their hometown Reading Fightin' Phils. Looking back at second, Cavalli comes home, Stokes chases, and the count is now full. Perkins needed just 40 pitches to get through 3. 50 now for Cavalli here, and he's still working through the Fightins. There are 2 outs. And he looks back at second. We'll see if he'll come home. Here's the payoff pitch. It's in the dirt, and Madison Stokes heads to first now. The Fightins have 2 runners on. The 4th walk by Cavalli, and here is Josh Stephen. 2 outs and 2 runners on. The same exact position he was in last time. Now the pitching coach, Sam Nairn, is going to come out, and so is Dunlap from behind the plate. They're going to discuss how they want to attack Stephen. They had him in this exact situation before, and they got him to fly out to shallow left field. And they'll see what they can do again. As I said before, Stephen typically very good with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, up in the high 300s, 380. But Sam Nairn's got his message across, and now Dunlap heading back behind the plate.
The left fielder, number 10, Josh Stephen.
And so now with 2 runners on and 2 outs, Josh Stevens steps into the lefty batter's box. Looking back at Bonifacio, Cavalli comes home. It's way inside, knocking Stephen out of the box, 1-0. The Fightins first on the board tonight. They're up 1-0 over the Senators here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Right side of the infield, back deep, left side in a little bit closer. Stephen holds off on a pitch outside, and he's ahead 2-0. Bonifacio ready to run over on second. No one holding Stokes on because he's kind of trapped a little bit. What with 2 outs, everybody's going to be running on contact here. The Fightins looking to improve on their lead here early in the ball game. Cavalli comes home with the 2-0. This one's low and inside, and it's 3-0. Now he walks Stokes to first. He does have an open base, as everyone could shift on over to third, but obviously, you know, not what he's looking for here. Stephen waiting for him to be ready on the mound. He grabs the rosin bag. Now he puts his glove on his other hand, adjusts his belts. Now he puts it back on his left hand, grips the ball with his right hand. Glove at the chest. Now he kicks and fires home, and he's going to walk Stephen on 4 pitches. So the bases are loaded for the first time here with the Fightins, and there's 2 outs now for McCarthy Tatum. Tatum batting 158 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position.
McCarthy Tatum.
Bonifacio on third, Stokes on second, and Stephen on first now for McCarthy Tatum up in the batter's box. He can do some damage here with the Fightin' Phils. The wind blowing out to center field. Swings hard on the first offering, and he's down 0-1. The 0-1 low, but it's a called strike, and suddenly Tatum finds himself behind 0-2. grounded out sharply to third in his first at-bat. Fightin's already have a 1-0 lead, would love to capitalize on that early. And he sends it right up the gap through the middle. It is a diving Lara who's able to come up with it, turn it over to, or Duarte who comes up with it, turn it over to Lara at second, but they don't get Steven, and off the bat of Tatum, they're gonna call that a single that scores Bonifacio, and the Fightins are up 2-0 here. Stokes shifting to third, Steven to second. And of course Tatum on first. So the base is loaded once again, and it's Rodolfo Duran who's up at the plate. That was sharply hit there by Tatum up the middle. I'm surprised Duarte even able to get over it. Huge range on the second baseman. A nice flip play to Lara at second, just not in time. Even with the force. Throw still not in time. Great slide there from Steven. And Duran getting a first pitch ball. 2 outs still for the Fightins, but they lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the third, and they're really working through the pitcher Cavalli right now. Here's the offering to Duran down the middle for a called strike. A little bit less velocity than we've seen earlier from Cavalli. 94 this time he gets on the gun. Time is called by Duran. He's going to adjust his batting gloves, and then the dirt in the righty box. And there is some warming now in the bullpen for Harrisburg. The offering to Duran inside. He takes. It's 2-1. It's number 15, Pearson McMahon, who's warming over there, as Cavalli now up to 60 pitches. 25 pitch inning for the starter here. It does typically get longer outings, but here with this high pitch count, throws one to Duran. It's outside for a called strike. Six innings of work, Cavalli's longest. And he will end up striking out Rodolfo Duran as he's down on strikes. The Fightins do end up scoring 2 runners, but they leave the bases loaded here in the bottom of the third. As we go into the fourth, the Fightins are up by 2.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices, from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about it. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Ryan Fitzpatrick, Jalen Hurts, John Elway, Kurt Warner.
You got 10, that's not going to do it, Johnny Ellie. Here's those Mega West fireworks tickets. Congratulations, that's tonight's White Star at the Focus Room. Now batting for the Senators, the left fielder, number 29, Aldrin Corridor.
Aldrum Corridor is going to start us off here in the top of the fourth. The Fightins, however, have taken a 2-0 lead off of Cade Cavalli, and they potentially knocked him out of the game. Not sure. They did have someone warming in the pen. There's no one over there right now. But Perkins will remain on the mound for the Fightins. He has 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's issued over to Aldrum Corridor, grounded out to first in his first at bat. The Fightins were 1 batter away from batting through the order back in the third. And it's outside, 2-2. Corridor has been the best bat on the team, along with Cole Freeman. For the Senators, a team high 45 hits, and he takes one outside. It's full. But more impressively, 34 RBIs, which is right in line with Bonifacio. Both of them batting third. And it's outside. That will walk Corridor on 4 pitches, or 6 pitches, but walk him on 4 balls, so that'll be a runner on to start things off. Here's KJ Harrison. The first walk of the day issued by Perkins, and so the Senators will start off with a base runner here in the fourth. They're down by 2 runs, and it's KJ Harrison. This is the heart of the order for the Senators. Breaking ball that breaks too far into the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Harrison. No runs on 2 hits for the Senators, 2 runs on 2 hits for the Fightin' Phils, but they've capitalized on 4 walks from Cade Cavalli. Perkins looking back, now will send this one home. It's a blooper of a fly ball. Going back to retrieve it is Bonifacio, who'll make the grab out and right, and that's one away. Corridor forced to stay at first. And a big pickup now with Gage Cannon coming to the plate. This one sent up the middle, could be good for double play. 4, 6 across the diamond, 3. And that is a play that they have drawn up many a time in infield, outfield, and we finally get to see it in action. It's the glove flip by Daniel Brito to Stott along to first, and they crush it in the infield and shut down the Senators. As we head into the bottom half, the Fightins still up by 2.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Phil's, the center fielder, number 38, Logan Landing.
Well, if you feel like Logan Landon is just up, it's because we did just see him, and he'll be up to lead off the bottom of the 4th. He struck out in his first at-bat, and we will see Cade Cavalli back on the mound once again. Cavalli sends him a first pitch strike. The starter at 65 pitches right now here entering the bottom of the 4th. And he gets a swinging strike on a change out of Landon. It is 0-2 right now. Perkins on deck for Reading, and he pops this one the other way. It's just if it stays fair, and it ropes just foul, maybe 1 foot to the right of the right field line. And so he'll have to jog back. We'll do it again. Fightins are up by 2 runs here. And the sun has once again gone away from FirstEnergy Stadium. But the energy has not. The fans out in the park are ecstatic today. The Fightins are back in town. Landon fouls one off, and the count remains 0-2. Big gap up the middle here for Landon. Going to start things off on base for the Fightins as he chases one. Did he go around? No, says Ben Rosen over at first. And so he'll get to go to again. He was the only batter in the 3rd who didn't get to bat as the Fightins were 1 shy of batting around the order. Cavalli takes a deep breath. Here is the 1-2. He gets Landon to chase, and there's one out in the bottom of the 4th. Noticing now that he's pitching out of the stretch, although there's no one on base, not doing his usual longer windup, seems to have found more success out of the stretch. And now we'll be up to the number 9 hitter, Jack Perkins, flew out to center. Last time he pitched, there was a designated hitter, so he didn't get to bat. So it's been a couple of weeks since he's batted, but the Fightins still include all of their pitchers in BP. Whether or not they're batting in that series, they all bat the day before they are set to start. So they have the day that they pitch off. They can come in later, but they all bat the day before. So Garcia starting tomorrow. He was taking a couple swings today. Oftentimes they'll get all the pitchers to group together to go for bunt attempts or such, but everyone's still getting an opportunity to practice batting because as we are a National League affiliate, that's something that you've got to do in the big leagues. Perkins takes 3 consecutive balls as he holds off on a pitch downstairs. Andrew McCutcheon with a grand slam for the Phillies. They won big over the Cubs yesterday. Right now they have a 4-0 lead in the top of the 1st. The game just started, an 8:05 start. Perkins now takes a called strike on the outside. So big deal there for the Phillies to start it off with a 4-0 lead. It's pretty impressive to get a grand slam in the top of the 1st. It's one way to do it. Here's the 3-1 now. It's a called strike in the same exact spot. Cavalli getting a strike, 95. Score is 2-0 here. Reading Fightin' Phils in the lead. And here's the payoff pitch, swinging strike the 3 there as Cavalli takes the cake. Out number 2, 2 consecutive strikeouts, his 5th of the day. And we'll be back to the top of the order with Daniel Brito, who technically still has not recorded an at-bat in this game because he's had 2 walks, scored once, made it to 3rd on the other time. And and Brito takes a swinging strike for his first offering. Cavalli has gone stressful first, clean second, stressful third. And we'll see how the Fightins take him through the bottom of the fourth. There are 2 outs and nobody on for Daniel Brito. Cavalli staring down Dunlap. He'll get the sign. Here's the offering. Outside, Brito holds off. Been taking really well, Daniel Brito. Has a great eye right now. Has been able to hold off pitches just outside. And here's the 1-1. Swinging strike, 1-2. Infield, outfield playing straight up right now to Daniel Brito. Looking down is Cavalli. Setting up on the inside is Dunlap. He's got the glove at his chest, and he goes from the stretch again. Brito right to the second baseman, Duarte on to first, and another 3 up, 3 down inning for Cavalli. He sits down the Fightins, but they still hold their 2-0 lead heading into the top of the 5th.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
For left field 7. Congratulations, left field 7. 20 of you will receive a free ticket to the July 31st game. That's tonight's Gallagher Mechanical Vegetable Race. Remember, vegetables are good. You can't eat these. Eat more vegetables. Gallagher Mechanical provides quality service at an affordable price. Screwballs on the back to the mascot autograph booth in Wild Mystic Funland. And the kids' party's underway right now on the stage. Now batting for the Senators, the catcher number 34, Alex Dunlap.
Top of the 5th here in Reading. Perkins coming out for another inning of work. He'll face off against the catcher, Alex Dunlap. Takes a called strike. Checking in with some of our other affiliates after hearing that the Phillies are up to a 4-0 lead. Dunlap fouls one back. He's down 0-2. The Jersey Shore Blue Claws played a day game today, and they took down Wilmington, which is ironically the high A affiliate here of the Nationals, 7-0. A Logan O'Hoppe homer and a DJ Stewart homer powered the team to a victory. Clearwater was rained out. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow as Dunlap takes one upstairs. It's 1-2. And Lehigh Valley and Worcester are in their game right now. The Red Sox lead the Iron Pigs 4-0. They're only in the bottom of the 3rd. And they see Worcester and Scranton both about 30 times each a season, which is difficult, I imagine. Here's the 2-2 now as Perkins kicks and fires home. This one, a grounder up the third baseline deep in the hole. Tatum guns it across the diamond. It is a perfect throw. and that's out number 1 here in the top of the 5th.
The second baseman, number 11, Osvaldo Duarte.
Here's Osvaldo Duarte, struck out in his first at-bat. Duarte takes a pitch outside. It's 1-1. This one sent right into the glove of Daniel Brito on the hop. He picks it with his glove, bare hands it with his throwing hand, and over to first. He's bobbled 2 in this game, but he's stayed calm and recovered, and that's the most important part, is he's able to make the out. And so 2 straight ground balls from Perkins, sits down 2 for the Senators, and now here's Gilbert Lara. And he'll be followed by Cavalli, who's in the on-deck circle, nobody warming up, so most likely if we get to him there, this one shot into right center field. It's going to bounce all the way to the wall, tracking it Landon. He picks it up, throws it in. Here's the throw, as it's going to be a stand-up double to Lara. The throw did not make it to second base, and there'll be a runner on now with 2 outs, and it is going to be Cade Cavalli who comes up to bat.
The pitcher, number 20, Cade Cavalli.
That's the 3rd hit of the evening for the Senators. They have not gotten anyone past first base up until this point. Gilbert Lara, runner on second for Cavalli, still looking for his first professional hit in Double-A. He'll take a ball low. Starting to get darker here at the ballpark. Get to the official sunset time, but it is quite blue in the sky, and the light's helpful here as the sun is starting to set. This one fouled back, and it's 1-1. Official sunset time, 8:36. We've moved out of the 40s, and 36 is in 13 minutes. Of course, it does stay a little bit lighter after sunset as everything winds down, but not by too much anymore. This one in the dirt, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Perkins working in the top of the 5th. He's at 62 pitches. If he can get through this, he'll be in line for the win, possibly, since the Fightins are up 2-0 right now. As long as to 6, he's done that twice. He'll send in a called strike to Cavalli, and it's 2-2. Time is called. Duran heading out to Perkins. They couldn't really agree on a sign, and so they'll chat about it quickly. This is, I believe, the Fightins' first mound visit here in this game. Duran, just a quick chat with Perkins there, in agreement about what they're going to do. They've got Cavalli down on 2 strikes, but there is a runner in scoring position, and they only do have a 2-run lead. Thanks to our official scorer, Kyle, for double checking. That is their first mound visit here. And everyone's ready. Here's the offering outside. They don't get Cavalli to chase, and now it's a full count. If he gets on, they'll have to go back to the top of the order with Cole Freeman. Perkins, the payoff pitch. He sends it deep to center field, going back. Landon at the wall, and it bounces off the wall. There's nothing he can do about it. And Cavalli with a double scores a run. It is 2-1. The pitcher's first hit in Double-A, a double. There must be some Nationals fans here in the ballpark, a little bit of clapping as Gilbert crossed home. Back-to-back doubles for the Nationals affiliate, scores a run, and now it's 2 balls and 1 strike here for Cole. Nope. It is 2-1. Don't know where I was going with that. Fightin' Phils have 2 runs. Senators have 1 run. Now as we go back to the top of the order with Cole Freeman. Outside, a nice block there by Duran. Cavalli's out on second. Perkins sends one home. This one out to center field too. Should be playable this time. Steven coming in, a diving grab as he gets the out. In shallow left center field, a big pickup there for the Fightin' Phils to end this inning. With 1 run having scored for the Senators, it is 2-1 as we head into the bottom of the 5th.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
It's time for the Junior PA announcers brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Please welcome tonight's first Kia Junior PA announcer, Johnny O.
Bottom of the 5th inning here in Reading. And the Fightins have had their lead cut in half. Now it's 2-1 here in the bottom half. And it is going to be Bryson Stott who starts things off. Still looking for his first hit, 0 for 2 tonight. And he swings through a pitch in the dirt, 0-1. Reading 2 runs on 2 hits. The Senators 1 run on 4 hits. Cavalli at 80 pitches, Perkins at 68. Cavalli returning out on the mound after hitting a run-scoring double back in the bottom, or in the top half of the 5th, excuse me. Takes a long time. He's pitching as usual. Stott crushes a ball deep to left field. It ropes just foul. And so we'll have to do it again now with an 0-2. So before he was pitching out of the stretch, but he'll go pitch all the way now with his wind-up motion over his head and quick release to Bryson Stott. Stott will strike out swinging. That's out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th. Bonifacio up now. He had a run-scoring single back in the 3rd, and he's going to take a ball inside for his first offering. Cavalli sends one to Bonifacio. He ices it up the 3rd base line, but it's foul, and it's a 1-1 count now. Tonight, Lenny Moore night here at the ballpark. Great bobbleheads of the Hall of Famer. Tomorrow, the Fightin's first day game in a month. It's a 12 o'clock start here in Reading, the Camp Kids Day, as Bonifacio takes a pitch downstairs. I'm pretty excited for the day game. The players are as well, but it is set to be about 93 degrees, so that'll be interesting. Hot. Sure, the pool will be packed. Downstairs to Bonifacio, he holds off, walking in the 1st. 3 balls and 1 strikes now. Then back to 7:05 Thursday and Friday, 6:45 on Sunday, and 6:45 on Saturday, 5:15 on Sunday. Bonifacio sends one up the middle. It's going to drop in front of Canning, and he'll have himself a base hit with 1 out now. And a multi-hit day for Bonifacio with 2 singles. Here's Madison Stokes. Then the Fightins have 6 games against the Portland Sea Dogs. That's our first time seeing them this season. They are a Red Sox affiliate. 2nd in our Northeast Division. Cavalli taps the rosin bag. There is someone warming on the bullpen for the Senators. And out comes the pitching coach, Sam Nara. Now I guess they're going to give him some more time to warm up, perhaps. But he does have an out here in the bottom of the 5th. Runner on 1st, and Madison Stokes at 3rd. Or at 1st, excuse me. Now, Nairn going back into the dugout. We'll see Madison Stokes up at the plate. First pitch ball coming in. Remember how we saw that spider out on the camera when the team was in Erie back when I was doing the game remote for, I think it was Wednesday's game? Well, there's a large spider forming its web right in front of me in my booth. I'm a little distracted right now. Because it's literally like, it's not just crawling, it's like forming the web, like with the silk and whatnot. And Stokes drives this one a slow roller over to 3rd. It is going to be Alu who goes to 1st, and as Bonifacio advances to 2nd, Stokes out at the bag, so there'll be a runner in scoring position now for Josh Stevens. Man, this is the 3rd time he's come up with runners in scoring position. Flew out in the 1st, walked in the 3rd. If any of my coworkers is listening to this broadcast, please send someone up to the booth to deal with the spider. Nevertheless, a ball game in front of us. Runner on 2nd and 2 outs. The Fightins lead by just 1 run. Cavalli sends it home over the head of Dunlap, and cruising to 3rd is Bonifacio. He puts himself in a good position on a wild pitch. passed ball, they're going to tell me. First one of those I've seen in a long time. Could kind of just sail over his head without a pop-up, almost as if he forgot runners were on the base paths. (1-0) to Steven becomes 2-0. Another one of those, and Bonifacio will be able to draw it home easily. Infield back deep here to Steven. The wind has settled down, the flag in center just at the pole. He takes one inside as he bounces back, and the count 3-0 now. Cavalli up to 93 pitches right now. Haven't seen many guys get into the 90s, especially a young guy who hasn't pitched much professionally. But he's been working solid. I mean, he's got himself into jams, but he's only allowed 2 runs across, and it's a called strike to Steven. Turning into a beautiful night here at the ballpark. It was super hot earlier, but it feels great right now. And the 3-1 now to Steven up high, and he's going to walk down to first. So the Fightins runners on the corners now for McCarthy. Tatum with 2 outs. Tatum had a single back in the 3rd. We'll see what he can do here, but it is going to be a pitching change as manager Trip Keister comes out on the mound. They'll take the ball from Kate Cavalli, and as we wait to see who's coming in, we're going to take a pitching break here at Reading, thanks to Alvernia University and their Golden Wolves bullpen.
Unlike any other area at FirstEnergy Stadium, the Stadium 61 dugout suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the dugout suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages. For the first time ever, the Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you their classic game program all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player rosters, and front office staff. It also includes featured stories and alumni reports, all on the favorite guys who spent their time in baseball town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
Purchase a bank of tickets to be used throughout the Fightin' Phils season. The Flex Bank lets you use the number of tickets you need when you need them. You will have an online Flex Bank account which allows you to use your bank of tickets or vouchers to redeem for game tickets whenever you need them. You can also reserve your game tickets from your Flex Bank by contacting the ticket office or redeeming in person at the stadium. Visit ourphils.com or call the office at 610-370-BALL for more information about the Flex Bank ticket packages and all the exciting ways you can get tickets to a FirstEnergy Stadium game.
Pierce McMahon coming out and taking the ball from a Cavalli. He ended up with 95 pitches, and we're going to have to wait to see his final line. He is responsible for 2 base runners now on the corners, and he did manage to get 2 outs here in the 5th. And so we will see what Pierce McMahon can do. We already saw McMahon warming up in that Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen a couple innings ago, but Cavalli was able to get out of the jam, and so they left him in for a significant amount of time now. He's gotten his way through 4 2/3, and they hand the ball over to McMahon with Tatum up at the dish. So there's 2 outs, there's 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position, that's Bonifacio. And Tatum steps in. Here's the offering by McMahon. He chases and down 0-1. Tatum 1 for 2 in today's contest. The Fightins could use another run after letting up 1 in the top half. It's 2-1 now. He holds off. It's a called strike outside, and he's down 0-2. Wind starting to blow again, this time in favor of Tatum. He's got 7 long balls in the season, and it's blowing right to left out. and he sends this one high in the sky. It's going to be in foul territory. It's just if anyone can get to it. It is Lara who tracks it all the way over up the left field line near the bullpen. And that'll do it here in the bottom of the fifth. The Fightins threaten, but they fail to score. It's 2-1 in the top of the sixth.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mal Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mal Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager at FirstEnergy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mal Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mal Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignment, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
We've got to give a big mid-inning shout-out to my coworker Ricky for coming in and killing the spider. Thanks to all who participated in this endeavor. And I consider this night a successful one. One spider gone. Sorry if you're a fan. And anyways, the Fightins back at work. Jack Perkins as well. He's heading on to the mound. The Fightins kicked out the starter for the Senators. Cavalli finishes 4 2/3 innings of work, 3 hits, 2 runs, 6 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Now, although it was touch and go for Cavalli pretty much the entire time he was on the mound, a solid line for Cavalli. I mean, just 3 hits and 2 earned runs, and the Fightins only lead by a run. Perkins 68 strikeouts here. McMahon came in and got the job done for out number 3 back in the bottom of the 5th, and the Fightins up by a run here. Perkins gets a deep fly ball out to center, but it is Landon who's able to make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Aldrim Corridor, walked once and grounded to first. And of course the shift is on. Bryson Stott traveling over to the right side of second. Here's the offering. It is low. Outside again, and it is 3 straight balls here from Perkins to Corridor. He's trying to get him to chase outside as Duran has been setting up on the outside line. Here's the offering now, and this one ball number 4. So they'll have a base runner on for KJ Harrison now. Perkins got a really nice ground ball double play back in the 4th to retire the Senators. We'll see if he's able to do that just the same here and now. Some light stretching going on in the bullpen for Reading. Harrison takes the first pitch strike. And he settles back in the righty batter's box. Perkins getting the sign from Duran, sets up on the outside part of the plate. Here's the offering, and he gets a called strike. Harrison down 0-2. Some light throwing now going on in the pen. Tough to see who's warming out there. The only notable guy that I could have saw out there from this far of a distance was Jonathan Hennigan, and he cut all of his long hair off. And that was really his telltale. So now I will be struggling to see who's in the pen. I'll have to wait for the announcement from our official scorer. And we've seen two guys do that now. But he said it's a lot cooler with all the heat that's been going on to not have that long hair, which was down to his shoulders. No balls and 2 strikes to Harrison. He sends it into the gap between first and second. It'll trickle into right field, and suddenly some action happening for the Senators if they have runners on first and second with just an out for Gage Canning.
The right fielder, number 14, Gage Canning.
Duran giving the signs to his team now with just an out. The Fightins are only ahead by a run as well. Would love to keep their lead here as we're trickling into the middle of this game. Top of the 6th. And here's the offering in the dirt. Phillies up 7-0 right now. And it's only the top of the 7th. So the second, excuse me, top of the 2nd. And once again, Rhys Hoskins delivered. He had a 2-run scoring double, and Gene Segura also had a hit as well that scored a run. So they're up 7-0 just in the top of the 2nd, and they're still threatening in that half inning. High in the sky from Canning. It's going to be in the outfield. Bonifacio calls everyone off. He has to chase it. He's losing it in the light. And who's able to come up with it? Landon. He's not able to as he dives. And heading over to third is Corridor. Over to second is Harrison. And that's going to be a base hit as no one actually touched it before it hit the ground. I guess just losing it in the light with the way the sky is right now is a little difficult. And now coming out Brad Bergeson to have a chat with Perkins. And Duran out there as well. Looks like Daniel Brito is going to come out for some quick words too. So runners on second and third here for Harrisburg. There's only one out in the top of the 6th, and the Fightins are only leading by a run. Berge going back into the dugout, Duran back behind the plate, and we'll see if Perkins is able to get through this half. So far, no runs have scored here in the top of the 6th, but there are 2 in scoring position now for Alex Dunlap, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the offering by Perkins, a swinging strike to Dunlap. Bennett's 0-1. Dunlap, a product of Stanford. Very well-rounded player, outfielder, and catcher. And he chases it 0-2 now. Usually catcher's other position they'll play maybe first base. You'll see them there sometimes. Not often do you see them in the outfield. Doesn't get much professional time there. Perkins kicks and fires the 0-2. This one sent high in the sky. I think it's going to remain in the infield. Brito, Stott, and it's going to be Stott who makes the catch just behind second base on the grass. A big out pickup for Reading. And now there's 2 away.
The second baseman, number 11.
With the bases loaded here for Osvaldo Duarte. Anayures Zabala warming in the pen for the Fightins. The bunt attempt there by Duarte, but it rolls foul, and he's down 0-1. Interesting bunt attempt there, just trying to push in a run. And the Fightin Phil's infield can't really stand in because the bases are loaded. So they're forced to be back here, and so it'll be all on Perkins to make the play. Duran having to stay at the plate, most likely. He could come out if it's easy enough to get the out at first. Here's the offering, this one right up the middle. Daniel Brito will make the easy play over to Stott at second, and Jack Perkins and the Fightin's able to get out of the half inning clean with the bases loaded. It is 2-1 going into the bottom of the sixth.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year, and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an our Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Well, the Fightins are back up to bat after getting out of an incredible top of the sixth out, scoreless, and it is 2-1 still Reading as Rodolfo Duran is going to lead us off here in the bottom half. Fightins scored 2 back in the third, and the Senators added 1 in the top of the fifth. That's where we are now. Harrisburg 6 hits, Reading 3. Duran takes the first pitch outside. It's McMahon who comes back in after getting 1 out to close the bottom of the fifth. And Duran sends this one back up the middle. Freeman making the catch out in center. An easy out there for McMahon. And number 1 for the Fightins. Here's Logan Landon. 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks is Landon. And he's got the middle wide open. Laura shifted a little bit left, but he'll take a ball outside. Still lots of fans in the ballpark here tonight. Turned into a great night. And some really cool promotions and giveaways throughout the rest of these next 2 weeks. Cup giveaways, 2 of them. Of course, the bobblehead tonight, the bobblehead on Sunday. This is a slow roller to third. It'll be played by Alou across the diamond, and that's out number 2. And we'll see if they send Perkins up, and they don't. So Gamboa is going to pinch hit now with 2 outs, and that'll be it for Perkins. So we'll see if Zabala is the guy to come in to take on the 7th. And right there that Perkins was able to get a full 6. They'll probably go 1 for the 7th, 1 for the 8th, and hopefully we might get someone in to close in the 9th. Maybe it won't be so close, but we'll have to see how it works out. Could be the same guy for 8 and 9, not sure. Just as of yet, a long series yet to go. Coming home is McMahon, and Gamboa sends it sky high, but it's going to end up in the stands. And actually, it's going to end up on the roof, so nobody gets to it, except our ops guys when they have to go clean out the top of the house. Gamboa holds off, but it's a called strike, 93 from McMahon at 0-2. We've seen Gamboa mostly at center field since the promotion of Bryson Stott. He did start on Sunday's game, 1 for 5, and he takes the ball downstairs. I think he also got the start earlier in the series, had a walk and a run scored. And added a double. Here's the offering by McMahon. It's sent right to the second baseman, on to first, in a 3-up, 3-down inning for the reliever here in the bottom of the 6th. And as we head into the top of the 7th, we'll see a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, J.P. Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's J.P. Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
All right, she says lower. Let's go ahead to the video board and see what our answer is for tonight.
Hi, I'm Daniel Vito. How many of have ever dropped a mustache? 63%.
And it was lower. All right, that's another win for the ladies tonight in the ballpark. And that's the high-low game thanks to PFCCU. You win 4 free tickets to an upcoming game.
The ground crew is brought to you by Deer Country Farm.
Well, after a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen, Perkins hands the ball over to Anaures Zabala. Perkins going 6 full innings, 6 hits, just 1 run, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts, and that is called a quality start. Less than 3 runs in 6 innings, and he does just that with 1 across. Zabala coming out now to take the 7th. He'll face off against Lara and get a foul ball and a huge 98 on the radar gun for Zabala. He has hit 101 in Jersey Shore. Haven't seen it here in Reading as of yet. The righty gets a slow roller off the bat of Lara. He picks it up over to first, and there's 1 away. Zabala's last inning of work against Erie. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. And it is going to be Rhett Wiseman who comes in and pinch hits here for the pitcher McMahon. So we will see somebody else coming out for McMahon in the next half. Do see some action in the bullpen. Very successful relief outing for McMahon. Got out of a bases loaded jam and did not allow any hits in an inning and a third. No walks or strikeouts either. And now with the lefty Wiseman coming in to pinch hit, the Fightins will do their lefty shift. Zabala kicks and fires. This one fouled back. It hits the roof and pops into the stands. And a fan's going to scramble for it. Wiseman, a third-round selection by the Nationals in 2015. This is his second season playing in Harrisburg for any amount of time. No balls and 2 strikes now. Out of Vanderbilt University, which was the runner-up in this season's College World Series tournament. Zabala sends one home outside, 0-2. And he actually played in the College World Series back in 2014 when he was in the on the All-Star tournament team. And like a lot of players, I'm finding out, was originally selected by the Cubs in the 2015 draft, and clearly worked out for him because he was in the 25th round then waited it out, 3 years of college ball, and ended up going in the 3rd round, and a way different payout there for waiting. One ball, 2 strikes here. Zabala kicks and fires home, and a foul ball off of Wiseman, so he'll stay alive. And he gets into chase. Strike number 3, a big out there for Zabala. And they're down to their final out in the top of the 7th now. It's Cole Freeman back to the top of the order.
The center fielder number 28, Cole Freeman.
Inside, but a called strike to Freeman. Got him 0-1 right now. Lehigh Valley is in a delay at Coca-Cola Park now. I can only assume rain. And it is 4-1 there. They are in the bottom of the 3rd. Get you an update of what's happening in the park. Jersey Shore with the day game. Clearwater was rained out, and the Phillies up 7-0 over the Cubs there at Wrigley Field. This one sent deep to center field, going back. Landon at the warning track. He makes the grab, and a quick 3-up, 3-down for Zabala in relief. An impressive outing there for the Fightins pitcher, and we head into the bottom of the 7th. We'll take a stretch here at the ballpark, and you do so as well at home. The Fightins up by a run.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular game tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The R-Bills are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin' Phil's fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightins mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at FirstEnergy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
coming into the game from the Alberta University Golden Rose bullpen. Senators pitcher number 24, Diego Moreno.
Call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen to start us off here in the bottom of the 7th. Now, we knew McMahon was out of the game with the pinch hitter, but it is Diego Moreno who comes in, and this will be his one of his first outings here for the Harrisburg Senators. He was signed on July 4th. By the Nationals and assigned to Harrisburg. A former major leaguer, actually spent some time with the Yankees, was up in their system, and of course actually made the major leagues there. So former major leaguer on their roster. He's a right-handed pitcher, and he'll come in to take the bottom of the 7th against the Fightin's top of the order. Daniel Brito sends a deep ball to center field, going back, Freeman and Canning, and it's over the fence! Daniel Brito with a solo shot to right center puts the Fightins up 3-1 in the bottom of the 7th. And man, he crushed that ball off the bat. 4th of the season. And he's just telling you right there why he was voted Player of the Week for the AA Northeast. Never ceases to fail, Daniel Brito. 3-1 Fightins. And that got the crowd awake here in the back half of this game. Bryson Stott fouls one back on the roof. Kyle Dowie warming in the Fightin's pen. Thought Zabala would only get an inning of work, and he does, but a clean one. 3 up, 3 down, and we'll see Dowie quite possibly in the 8th. But nice of Brito there to tack on an insurance run for Reading. They're now up by 2. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Stott, and he sends it into foul territory coming over Lara and Alou, and it's going to fall between them right by the bullpen for Harrisburg, and so it'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Stott. The sun has fully set here. It's dark in Reading, Pennsylvania. We're playing baseball under the lights at FirstEnergy Stadium. I heard from Mike Ventola in Lehigh Valley that the rain has stopped there and they're about to get underway once again, so just a short rain delay for the team. And they're in the bottom of the 3rd, though. Worcester leads 4-1, so hopefully they get started back up quickly. Guess who's at bat? It's Matt Vierling. Moreno kicks and fires home. And this one into foul territory. Stott will stay alive, 2-2. So Moreno started off the summer of 2021 out in independent ball with the West Virginia Power there in the Atlantic League, and he played well there. He's signed back in affiliated ball, 33 years old. Pitched in 9 games for the Power, 5 out of 5 for saves, which is pretty impressive. 15 Ks in 10 2/3 innings, so averages over 1 an inning, as hitting the roof again is Stott. And we've seen Reading and the Phillies do something very similar with Brock Stassi's return, Logan Landon, and actually the Lehigh Valley team was just assigned a player. Bryson Stott sends this one into shallow center field. It might drop in between anyone, but actually Freeman able to make the grab on Stott, and that's out number 1 here for
the right fielder, number 29, Jorge Bonifacio.
Jorge Bonifacio. Tyler Henneman was signed by Philadelphia and assigned to Lehigh Valley, actually a catcher, with which the Phillies could definitely use an extra catcher in their league. Played for the Astros, selected back in 2012. And he is 30 years old. actually played professionally with Miami and San Francisco. Bonifacio takes one ball and slices one up the third baseline for a strike, so he is 1-1. And he was playing with the Memphis Redbirds from the Cardinals, but must have been released on, he was released on July 1st, and just 2 days later, the Phillies picked him up and signed him to a minor league contract. So worked out there for Tyler Henneman. And now 2 balls, 1 strike here to Bonifacio, again up the third baseline foul, and it'll even 2-2. Outside, and the count is full here to Bonifacio. He's having a heck of a night. A walk and 2 base hits with an RBI and a run scored to his name. Here's the payoff pitch. Again, foul. And Bonifacio is going to walk down to first, so the Fightins with a base runner with 1 out here for Madison Stokes. And after Brito, already a home run in this half inning, the Fightins now lead by 2. And they are looking to add on some more insurance runs here late in the game. They are 22-32, so they are 10 wins away from being back at 500, and we've seen them at this spot before. They haven't gotten any closer than 10, so they're looking to get 9 wins back. 13.5 games out of first place. They'll need to be one of the top 2 teams in the league on either side if they want to make the playoffs. And this one is heated up the left field line, and it just bounced foul. But man, I would have loved to see the exit velo on that, because he crushed it. And if he can just center it a little bit, he'll have a good opportunity. Fightins have won 3 games in a row. In their last 10, they are 6-4. And he ropes it the other way this time, so it'll stay 0-2 here to Madison Stokes. Stokes has seen a lot of time in that cleanup spot, and rightfully so, batting .268 for Reading. And he's really increasing his RBI count as of late. Takes a pitch downstairs, it's 1-2. In that number 4 spot, we've seen Stokes there 14 times, and they've all been pretty consecutively as of late. Chases a pitch, and it is strike number 3 as he heads back to the dugout. So Bonifacio remains on first, and here's Josh Stephen, who is 0 for 1, but he's also had 2 walks on the day. Harrisburg 20-33. They sit at the bottom of the Southeast Division, 4 for 6 in their last 10 games. Bonifacio going to take second. Here's the throw by Dunlap. It's not in time. And Bonifacio makes his way over to second. So he's in scoring position here for Josh Stephen. This is his 4th at bat with runners in scoring position, and Bonifacio's first stolen base of the season, and that's what we like to see, as he's now in scoring position here for Stephen, and a base hit could do the trick right now with 2 away. Stevens crushes it to right field, and that'll do it for Bonifacio. He'll cross the plate now. He's going for 2, and he'll slide in for second. It is 4-1 Reading, and a double his 7th of the season and an RBI for Steven. And that is why you get yourself into scoring position. He would not have scored from first, but does so easily from second, and a big pickup and delivery there from Josh Steven. Now it's McCarthy Tatum with a runner in scoring position. Strike called. And he bounces it foul, 0-2. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 7th. The Fightins have already plated 2 in this half. They're 4 runs on 5 hits compared to Harrisburg's 1 run on 6 hits. Nobody's made an error in the field. And this one is lofted into the air, but Dunlap, ripping his mask off, is not going to get to it. A barehanded grab almost by a fan, but it'll bounce in the stands, and a kid tracks it under the seats and picks up a foul ball. Oh, and he looks so happy down there. Love to see that. Maybe he can get an autograph on his way out. The Fightin' Phil's players are doing a lot of autograph signings up in the plaza as they walk through and as players leave. They're really great guys, and they're always willing to stop for a kid who's just enamored by them. Sometimes they don't even realize how many fans they have out there, so it's nice to see. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Tatum. He chases one in the dirt. It gets away from Dunlap, who will send it over to first, and that'll be out number 3, but not before a solo shot from Brito, and the double from Steven scores runs. It is 4-1 into the top of the 8th.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phil's game ticket for only $18. No need to visit the concession stands. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. Selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
Well, a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen here in the top of the 8th. Anayure Zabala will hand over the ball to Kyle Dowie. Zabala, 1 inning of work, no hits, no runs, obviously, no walks, and then 1 strikeout to his name on a total of 11 pitches. He gets the job done for Reading and hands the ball over to Dowie here for the 8th. Kyle Dowie with the lowest ERA on the team for Reading, just .77 to his name. He has recorded 1 win, 11 2/3 innings of work, and 15 Ks. Just 4 hits and 1 earned run on the season for Dowie in 7 appearances since he joined the Fightins back in June. And he's been a really great addition to the bullpen, just super steady reliever for Reading. Actually was a part of that combination no-no back against the Erie Seawolves.
Now batting for the Senators, the third baseman number 5, Jake Alou.
On July 3rd, he pitched an inning and a third of work, just allowing a walk. And he actually got out of a bases-loaded situation for Reading that allowed them to complete the no-hitter. So we'll come in here for the top of the 8th. Just 2 more opportunities for the Senators to bat, and wonderfully the Fightins added 2 runs on in the bottom of the 7th, so they lead by a score of 4-1. Doey's first pitch to Alu is fouled back. I imagine Doey will take the 8th here, and then someone will come out for the 9th. Harrisburg has someone warming in their pen. This one a little chin music to Alu, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Base hit out to left field. It's going to drop in front of the Fightins left fielder Steven, and they'll start off with a base runner here in the 8th. Nobody out for Aldrum Corridor. Corridor stepping into that lefty batter's box. And he fouls back onto the roof, if you could hear that slam. This is the heart of Harrisburg's order with Corridor, Harrison, and Gage Canning. Standing up, the lefty Doey. He'll look at the runner on first. And now he'll come home with the 1-1 up high. A nice pop-up by Duran, and it's 2-1. Comes home once again outside, and it's 2-1. Stokes holding. Alu over at first. But otherwise, everyone pretty much playing straight up here against Corridor. No shift on for the lefty right now, up high, 3 balls and 1 strike. This one he gets Corridor to chase as he fouls it back up into the 67 club, and now the count is full here. Kyle Doey working with a runner on first. This one a base hit, Daniel Brito, 4, 6, over to first, 3, double play, and a huge pickup double play for the Fightin' Phils. Erases the runners on the base paths, and suddenly it's in their favor with 2 outs. Daniel Brito has been the successful heart of the 2 today, and nice for Stott there not to get caught up in the slide by Alu over to second. They make it cleanly, and here's KJ Harrison, who's 1 for 3. Now as Doey has 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Just 4 outs left for the Senators. As we're in the top half of the 8th, the Fightins get to bat, and then someone will come in to close, I believe, in the top of the 9th. Doey kicks and fires to Harrison, a called strike. The 0-1. Swing and a miss there from Harrison. 95 from Kyle Doey. And the lefty getting to work here. Looking for the final out in this top of the 8th. A routine ground ball to Stott. He fields it, double pumps over to Stokes, and that'll do the job here in the top of the 8th. The Fightins up 4-1 as they go into the home half for some offense.
Shots Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkinsville Bank does everything for us, from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkinsville will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Another call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen here in the 8th as Moreno hands the ball over to Brian Dubnaski. He is out of New Jersey, so not too far away for the Harrisburg Senators. Dubnaski, a free agent pickup in January of 2021, so his first appearance for Harrisburg is this season. And he will pitch against the bottom three for the Fightins. It'll be Duran, Landon, and then it will be a pinch hitter, as I want to say that looks like Brian Marconi out in the bullpen for Reading, as he'll come in a team high 5 saves, I believe. It will be Marconi.
The catcher, number 19, Rodolfo Duran.
Duran steps in to face off against Dubzansky, and he takes a first pitch ball. And it is Marconi that's warming up down there, as he'll come into top of the 9th to close. Landon over there on deck, and we'll see who comes in to bat. A sharp base hit off the bat of Duran. The shortstop, Lara, could not get to it.
The center fielder, number 38, Logan Landon.
And so Duran starting us off with a base hit here for Logan Landon now. Nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. The Fightins lead by 3 runs. And of course, wouldn't hurt to add some more offense here late in the game. Crushed it out to left field, but it's foul. 0-2 now. Runner on first now with nobody out. But 2 strikes here to Logan Landon, looking for his first hit of the day. Coming home, Dubzansky, a slow roller to short. Lara over to first, and that'll retire Landon out number 1. And there will be a pinch hitter right now, as coming up to bat, Luke Miller. Grabbing the rosin bag is Dobzhansky. He'll throw it back down and step on the first base side of the rubber. Haven't seen any of these pitchers have any problems with the glove check so far throughout since they started that. Miller lofts one high in the sky. It's going to go to shallow right field, coming in Canning. And he makes the grab. Staying on second base is Duran. And there's 2 outs now as we go back to Daniel Brito. Brito, 1 for 2. He's had 2 walks and, of course, a home run. So we know that'll be the end of the day for Dowie. And it looks like it will be Marconi who comes in to try to get the save in the top of the 9th. Fightins, of course, will always be able to bat last if they need to do so, but hopefully they can retain their 3-run lead. Brito sends the first pitch he sees out into the third base coach's box, backtracking Alou, and he makes the catch in foul territory, so that will retire the Fightins. They're up 4-1, top of the 9th, final 3 outs for the Senators.
Let's take a look at FirstEnergy Vision for tonight's attendance, brought to you by PSECU. It's time to count the crowd. Which attendance number is correct? Tonight's in-park attendance, 3,414. And tonight's official attendance, 4,352. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. Now, fans, let's see who's tonight's 50-50 winner. Take it away, Crazy Hot Dog Vendor.
Hey, baseball town, Crazy Hot Dog Vendor here. Unfortunately, I'm all out of winners, but I do have a winner. The winning number for the baseball town 50-50 round. So here's the moment.
Well, a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. As we head into the top of the 9th, Brian Marconi comes out to slam the door shut on the Harrisburg Senators, the Nationals affiliate. He has a team-high 5 saves so far on the season, and we'll see how he is able to fare now against the Senators. Dowie, 1 inning of work, just 1 hit, nothing else across in his line on 12 pitches, and Duran will come out to see Marconi before he starts things off. He'll face off against Canning, Dunlap, and Duarte. Now Canning 2 for 3, but he also grounded into a double play, and Dunlap and Duarte have not recorded hits either. PSECU presents tonight's attendance report. Tonight's attendance at FirstEnergy Stadium was 4,352. PSECU proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. And we thank them for sponsoring our attendance, and we thank all of our fans for coming out to today's game. Tomorrow, a day game that starts at noon. If you can sneak out of work, I recommend that you do so and come to a very, very nice weather day here at FirstEnergy Stadium. If you can't, tune in on the radio at work. There's nothing better than baseball to help you get through your day. We'll be here for the workday grind, and you can help us to get through your Tuesday. And Marconi's done warming up, so we'll see Gage Canning up to the plate, just 3 outs away from taking game number 1 from the Harrisburg Senators here in the top of the 9th. Marconi kicks and fires home. This one a bullet, a diving. Stokes comes up with it. He tosses to Marconi, and he beats him to the bag. A big out, number 1 for the Fightins, and a hustle there by Brian Marconi to get off the mound. Stokes with a great defensive play, and a quick out, number 1 there for Marconi on just 1 pitch. Reading, 4 runs on 6 hits. Harrisburg, 1 run on 7 hits. Nobody's made an error in the field. The lefty deals, and a high heat swing and a miss there from Dunlap. Infield backed up here for Dunlap, and it's strike number 2. And it's just a little bit low on a off-speed pitch there from Marconi. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brian has pitched 21 1/3 innings for Reading, 29 strikeouts, and he'll make that 30 as he gets Alex Dunlap out swinging. And here's Osvaldo Duarte, the final hope for the Senators. 2 outs now here in the top of the 9th, and Reading with a 3-run lead. He's only allowed 7 runs here in Reading, 5 of 6 in save opportunities. And he's finished 8 games for Reading over the course of 14 outings. Sends a ball out to Duarte, 1-0. Duarte reached on a fielder's choice, but that makes him 0 for 3. Marconi deals. This one a bullet off the bat. It's going to bounce in front of Landon, and it'll be a base hit with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. For Harrisburg, it'll be on Gilbert Lara, who has a double and a run scored, the only run scored for the team.
The shortstop number 2, Gilbert Lara.
Lara steps into that righty batter's box, wind pushing left to right now, and a runner on. Here in the top of the 9th, Marconi deals and gets a foul ball back. Phillies up 8-3 over the Cubs. They are in the top of the 4th. Man, that's a high score. Out at Wrigley Field, and the game has resumed for Lehigh Valley. They still trail by 3 in the bottom of the 3rd. Marconi offers down low to Lara, 1-1. Reading scoring 2 in the 3rd and 2 in the 7th. And they get a ground ball fouled by Lara, so they're down to their final strike here as they try to take game 1 over the Harrisburg Senators and just get 9 games away from 500. Marconi stepping on the first base side of the rubber. There's a runner on first now with 2 outs in the top of the 9th, and he has Lara to a 1-2 count. Here's the offering. Fouled up on the roof. We'll do it again. Lara rests his bat on the shoulders. The closer kicks and fires the 1-2. This one playable. Back goes Brito on the outfield grass edge, and he makes the catch. The Fightins take game 1 4-1 over the Harrisburg Senators here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Thank you all so much for joining us. Emily Messina on the air for you guys. Reading 4, Harrisburg 1 here. Brian Marconi gets the save, and the win goes to Josh Perkins here in this contest. We'll see you all 12 o'clock tomorrow for game number 2 of the series.